We all know the exact script for a heart attack on screen. A character stops dead in their tracks, clutches the center of their chest in intense, agonizing pain, and collapses. Because this dramatic image is so deeply ingrained in our culture, millions of people experience an actual cardiac event and simply wait on the couch. They delay calling emergency services, expecting an obvious, explosive symptom that never actually arrives. In reality, the body broadcasts its distress through a series of silent sentinels, 5 highly subtle warning signs that most of us easily dismiss as minor everyday ailments. Surviving a cardiac event requires unlearning the pop culture stereotypes entirely and understanding exactly how our internal warning systems are actually wired. Let's start with the assumption that a heart problem will hurt exactly where the heart is located. In practice, the first 2 subtle warning signs are an unexplained ache in the jaw or neck, or a sudden, dull pain in the upper back and shoulders. This happens because the heart itself is anatomically different from your skin or joints. It lacks a high density of localized pain receptors to pinpoint exactly where an injury is taking place. Nerve pathways from the heart, jaw, and arms converge at the same spinal junction. When a distressed heart sends an alarm down this shared pathway, the brain misinterprets these crossed wires, telling you the pain is in your jaw or back instead of your chest. A sudden, unexplainable upper body ache is a direct result of the brain failing to locate a failing heart. That brings us to another major misconception, that cardiac events are strictly cardiovascular experiences. For many patients, the third warning sign appears as severe nausea, vomiting, or intense indigestion. This diagram isolates the vagus nerve, a major neural highway running from the brainstem through the heart and into the abdomen. Severe cardiac distress heavily overstimulates this pathway, firing a cascade of chaotic signals downward. The stomach receives those chaotic signals and reacts violently. The resulting physical sickness is so intense that patients frequently self-diagnose the event as a severe case of food poisoning or a stomach bug. Intense, sudden gastrointestinal distress without an obvious dietary cause is actually an interconnected nervous system sounding an internal alarm. We also tend to picture a heart attack as a sudden, instantaneous event, but warning signs 4 and 5, profound, unexplainable fatigue and shortness of breath without physical exertion, show us a slow, progressive decline. Days or even weeks before a critical rupture, blockages cause the heart to struggle with maintaining adequate pumping output. The body slowly starves for oxygen. Looking at this circulatory model, when cardiac output drops, the body goes into automatic triage, restricting blood flow to peripheral extremities to prioritize the core organs. Diverting oxygen-rich blood creates crippling exhaustion during basic, everyday tasks. Feeling completely winded simply by walking to the kitchen is the body making a desperate attempt to ration oxygen from a failing pump. A heart attack rarely happens as an isolated chest event. It occurs as a complex, systemic cascade of miswired neural alarms and severe oxygen deficits. In emergency medicine, there is a core doctrine: time is tissue. Every single hour that these subtle signs are completely ignored, sections of the heart muscle suffer permanent, irreversible death. The critical diagnostic tool is looking for symptom clusters. Experiencing multiple subtle signs simultaneously, like an aching jaw and nausea, or profound fatigue and upper backache, is an extreme biological red flag. If this specific cluster of symptoms appears, do not attempt to sleep off the indigestion. Do not wait for a crushing weight to appear on the chest. Call for emergency medical help immediately. Survival depends entirely on learning to listen to the quiet, complex language of our own biology.